Hey guys, Captain here. Today I'm bringing you another one of my LEGO Pokemon. What I've got today is the rock snake Pokemon from the Kanto region, Onyx. This is a classic. If anyone who played the old Pokemon games and started with Charmander knows it was the bane of their existence going into the first gym. And I think I did a pretty good job building it out of LEGO. I've also gotten some requests to build Steelix, which I certainly might visit in the future. But for now I just have this one today. It's a pretty big build, and you'll notice it is quite flexible with these joints. I'll show you how to build that in a moment. And I'm quite happy with how it turned out. In fact, despite being big though, I think it is, roughly speaking, kind of to scale with my other builds. Really, if I wanted to make it truly to scale, it would actually be much, much larger, but I thought it's kind of better to play with and easier to build if it's a little smaller. And, it still dwarfs the size of, say, a minifigure or most of the other Pokemon I've built. Anyways, that's enough rambling for me. Let's get on with the instructions. First, let's build the body segments. We could start from the tail first. The core frame of it is composed of Mixels joints, which is how you get the great range of motion. And depending what artwork you reference, Onyx has around 15 stones to its body, but I only built 6 body segments. I think you really capture the essence of Onyx that way, and you don't need such massive scale and such repetition in the build. So let's get started. Each stone is a little bigger than the previous one. In the back, we're going to take this 1x2 Mixels joint with a socket at the end and nothing on the other side. On the underside, place a 1x2 plate in light gray. Then on the top, next to the socket, place a 1x1 tile. And then one of these sloped pieces, like a 1x2 type sloped piece with the overhang. I don't really know what this is called. It's a newish element to me, which means it's probably been around for 3 years and I haven't noticed. But there's the tail segment. Now for the next segment, start with a Mixels joint that has a socket on one end and a ball on the other. On top, place a 1x2 bracket in light gray, and on the underside, an inverted 1x2 bracket in light gray. Now, one thing you'll notice if you look closely, based on the heights of brackets, is that this isn't perfectly aligned on the sides. Right? There's like a half plate difference, so we're going to actually offset this in the next segment we build. On the underside again, place a 1x2 plate in light gray. On the top, 1x2 tile in light gray. And on the sides, our first light gray cheese slopes of the build, we're going to need 38 of these total. Place them so you kind of get these peaks, and there's that segment. Next one, very similar. Start with the same type of Mixels joint, and this time we'll have the inverted plate face to the, we'll call this the left, just from my perspective, and the over bracket face to the right. Once again, a 1x2 plate in light gray on the bottom. On the sides, light gray cheese slopes pointed like this. And on the top, we're also going to have light gray cheese slopes pointed to give this rock a little bit of a larger shape and feel. Like I said, every segment is a little bigger than the last, so there we go. Now onto some even larger segments. Again, the same kind of Mixels joint, socket on one end, ball on the other. Place light gray 1x2s on both under and over, and then get a 2x2 light gray bracket and an inverted 2x2 bracket. Because of the heights, doesn't matter which side they face, one under, one over. Top that off with a light gray 1x2 tile. And now tile up the sides. How you want to have these point is up to you. You can even have them look a little less uniform to give it more of a rocky feel, but I decided to make the point like this, kind of going along with the flow of the body. But again, feel free to use your creativity on this one. Now to an even bigger segment. Take two 2x2 light gray plates, stack them on top of each other. 2 of these 1x2 Mixel joints with a ball sticking off the side, and top that off with a 2x2 plate in light gray, and a 2x2 tile. Oh, almost forgot. Make sure you place brackets over this. You could also have used inverted brackets on the bottom and another 2x2 on top. It's up to you. It'll end up the same. Now top it off with the 2x2 tile. And again, the sides, just like how we made the last segment, 4 cheese slopes on each side. And now onto the last non-head segment. What we're going to do is start with 3 2x2 plates in light gray and stack them up. Now, astute viewers might realize this is the same height as a brick, but if you look closely, notice how on the underside of a brick, you've got all this hollowness, and so you kind of get a better texture and look if you were to use plates. Now, if you're feeling really fancy, you can actually use an inverted 2x2 tile at the bottom to kind of give it a smoother look, but I didn't do that. So, okay, now we're going to top it off with these 1x2 mixels joints with the socket hanging off the side. Top that off again with 2x2 brackets, and then another 2x2 plate on top. I think I made a small error once more. Place the 2x2 plate on top of the mixels joints and then the brackets on top of that. I think that looks a little better. You get kind of a better symmetry going up and down, I think. Okay, now on the top, going to place more cheese slopes, however you like. And on the sides, again, more cheese slopes. 12 total for this body segment. Then we get to the fun part of connecting them all. And it's simple as can be because mixel joints are nice and we've built them in order. So let us attach. Finally, let's finish this off with the head. Alright, finally for Onyx's head, a little bit elaborate, and for those of you who kind of follow closely, you might know that I actually build a lot of my creations digitally. When I was trying to put this together, I realized that part of Onyx's head didn't actually have anywhere to attach to, but I was able to save face and kind of work it out. So, let's take a look. Start with a 2x4 light gray plate. Kind of in the front here, tile this up with 2 light gray jumper plates. In the back, centered, one of these mixel joints with the socket, or with the ball off the side, and then next to that, 1x1 light gray plates. On top of the mixels joint and the 1x1s, place a 1x4 in light gray. In the center, a jumper plate, and on the sides, 1x1 tiles. On these lower jumper plates, place inverted 1x1 light gray brackets facing sideways. On the bracket, kind of on that inner stud, place white studs, and off the actual sides, place 1x1 light gray tiles. Then place 1x2 light gray tiles covering the white studs, which will be the eyes. Set this down for a moment. Take 2 light gray corner plates, connect them underneath like this, so you kind of have a U shape, and connect them with a 1x2 with 2 claws, 2 vertical claws going off the side. To these claws, attach 1x2 light gray plates with segmented bars. Hold those together with a 1x2 black tile. And then these angled corner tiles in light gray, and underneath place some 1x1 plates. This is the lower jaw, and we will place it underneath our 2x4 plate. Now for the upper jaw, what we're going to do is start with 2 of these 2x2 wedge plates. Hold them together with a light gray jumper. 2 more of these corner tile plates, angled corner tile plates. set this down for just a moment. Take one of these slope pieces, a 1x2 with a stud here and kind of like the cheese slope angle here. So you take this slope brick, place a 1x2 light gray, 1x1 underneath, and then a 1x1 tile above. And now this 1x2 slope that's 2 bricks tall. Center this on the top jaw and attach it here. And there you have it. Onyx's head is complete. Now we can attach it to the body. And the whole build is finished. I think it is really quite a great build. Again, a lot of flexibility. Since we layered it with 1x2 plates at the bottom, if you were to take some kind of base plate, you could attach Onyx for better display. But for now, I'll just lay it down. And with that, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I encourage you to leave it a like, a comment, subscribe, send this to your friends, check out my other ones, and I will see you guys next time.